Quick sound check, can you hear us? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
1 2 1 2.
Yeah.
Wicked.
Okay. And action.
That's my job, mate. Anyway, before Tony rudely interrupted me, I was going to say, massive welcome back to UKBeef TV. I have got, he's just taking me off my floor. Mate, Tony Naddeo here at Beef HQ. Tony, how you doing, mate? It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been. It seems like yesterday in a way, but it has been what, a year and a half?
Yeah,
a year and a half since our last show at the South Coast Championships in Brighton, Hilton, and it's gone fast.
Yeah,
isn't it, really?
So guys, if you don't know Tony, Tony is a promoter. He puts on shows for the UKBFF. He ran his first show. He promoted his first show. He ran his first show, very successful show, 2019, I believe it was.
That's right. Yeah.
Mate, that was a wicked show.
It was huge, wasn't it?
It was
massive. It was a sellout.
It was so many amazing athletes on stage. What was that like for you? Because I remember what it was like. What was it like for you seeing that as a promoter?
How do I put it in words? It was amazing. It was a great thing. It was a sense of relief because for promoting a show, your first show, and to be honest, I didn't go into the intent of promoting a show. It was just, it started off as, can you look for a venue? And then I went, yeah, I can look for a venue. And then next thing I know is you're promoting it. I'm like, where did that come from? You know, I was like, okay, let's do that. And I took it on a massive venue, and it probably overstretched myself. I mean, to be honest, it was a massive gamble. But fortunately, I think, and thank God to all the athletes that registered, competed. A lot of them were friends. A lot of them were word of mouth. A lot of it was for the hard work that you guys did promoting this show. We got great credits due. I mean, you guys really got behind the show as well. It just came together, didn't it? It was a great family day out. There's a great, all the athletes, superb athletes, great quality, and a massive sellout. Yeah. As a promoter, what more can you want? The problem is now we made a rod from our back, and we've got to try and make that again. And you know, I think it's going to happen. I mean, looking at the registrations, I mean, I've just had a phone call now, people saying, how do we register? Tickets. I think we can beat it. I've got a really good sense of feeling that we can beat this year. Also, it's open across all federations. So anybody from any federation, any athlete who's competed elsewhere now can come to the South Coast Championships and compete with no worries of any worries. It should be theoretically bigger. I mean, this year I'd
so if you guys don't know, we'll be down at Brighton. We were coming back to Brighton. I think we're travelling down on the Friday? Events on the Saturday.
No, the event's on Sunday.
Events on the Saturday, so we're travelling down on
Sunday. So 12th, the 12th is a Sunday.
12th is a Sunday. We're travelling down on the Saturday. I think I'm travelling down on the Friday, to be honest. So I'm making a weekend of it.
You might as well.
Brighton was wicked last time, so I think my team will join me on the Saturday. But I will be travelling down on the Friday just because I need a break.
Well, none of that. Brighton.
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 I love a bit of Brighton.
And it was a great weekend as well, wasn't it?
It's a great weekend.
It was sunny. It was hot. The vibe was there. I mean, where else would you want to be?
Mate, it was a wicked show. I mean, it's just such a nice, like, sort of area to have. And the Brighton Hilton.
Right on the seafront.
Right on the seafront.
Right on the seafront.
Like, literally, you come off the pier and it's like literally.
Yeah. Just look for the pier. Look for the I-360. It's all there. And you got the shopping. It's a buzzy place. It's
I think the reason I'm getting here on the Friday is because we might have a few drinks on the Friday.
I think we might. I'm pretty sure we will.
I think we might have a few drinks on the Friday, and then sort of like you recover on Saturday. Ready for Sunday. I think that was the plan. But guys, it's going to be a wicked weekend. So, how excited are you about this being your second show? You know what you did last time, so you know what you're capable of. What can you now tell the athletes that you are capable of putting on for them?
Well, this year's going to be even bigger. We've got a bigger stage, bigger sound lighting. We've got a new company in, which is going to be much more glamorous and glitzy.
Company.
Staging, lighting, and sound equipment.
Okay.
So we've got a professional company that puts on.
That's so important. Staging for photography and everything.
Yeah, with the photography, we've just brought it up a notch. And I think that the athletes are going to notice this year how, well, especially the athletes who competed last year, if they came back, and I think some of them are, from looking at registration, they're coming back. So already we're on the win-win situation that people are returning, but it's going to be a much more phenomenal stage and setup. We've got fireworks going off.
You've literally got fireworks?
We're going to have fireworks going off.
Is that safe?
Yeah.
Has anyone checked the health and safety?
Yeah, no, we've checked the health and safety. This company,
where are these fireworks going to be, mate? Cause
at the front, when they pick up the trophies.
In the building?
In the building. This company, I can assure you, this company is amazing.
No, the thing is, like, I know you can pull it off. I'm just, I'm just picturing it, thinking,
it's going to be amazing.
Well, it's going to be there's literally going to be fireworks. I'm going now just for the fireworks.
Yeah, it's going to be amazing. I mean, this new E3 stage company, they put on shows all over the country.
That's what they call it.
Pyrotechnics. They put shows all over the country, and they're a top quality company. So thing is what we've done is we've set the bar so high for our first show. It's like, how do we beat this? And we've got to find ways of beating it, not just for the show, but for the athletes, to give them the best stage, best platform for them to showcase their hard work, because don't forget they've been working, at least dieting and prepping for 12 weeks. Forget about the off season. So what kind of promoter would I be if I don't do the best that I can for the athletes? I mean, let's not forget, I used to compete as well, so I know what it's like at the end of a period at South Sea for the NABBA. The little venues. So now, we're not out to make money. Last year, in fact, if you remember, the money that any profit we made, I put them in 4 envelopes and made an overall for the bikinis. I made the overall for the men's physique, bodybuilding class, and the physique women. So it wasn't about making money. What I'm trying to do, and what the South Coast Championship is trying to do, is invest in the athletes, and that brings us on to next year. We've got some great plans.
We haven't even recovered. We haven't even survived and recovered 2021 show. And you were talking about 2022, mate.
I'm looking ahead. I'm looking in the future.
No, but this is. I think, Tony, if you let me sort of explain the beauty of what I do is Beef TV. Is I can sort of sit down with the promoters and I can sort of listen to what they're planning to offer to athletes, and I can sort of I can listen to that and say, yeah, no, your heart's in the right place. If they're saying, we're going to get them, stack them in, get them high, you can tell the promoters in the show, people who just want to make a quick buck, give, not fussed about how the athletes come away feeling on the day, and I don't think that's going to work going forward in the future. I think promoters like yourselves, who are genuinely your main concern is what can we do for the athletes? That's what gets me excited. So that's one of the best parts of why I can sort of pick and choose. So Tony, I'm excited. So you mentioned 2022, what's going on in 2022?
We're looking at, with the UKBFF as well, more shows. What we'd like to do is, me personally, what I'd like to see, especially from this South Coast Championship as well, is where we can get to a point where we can pay for the athletes to go abroad. Pay for their flights, pay for maybe their lodgings, pay for their registration, contribute for these athletes. So, for instance, they come to the South Coast Championships. There's a qualifier for the Arnolds. The following week is the Seville. There's a qualifier for the Diamond Cups. There's probably 100 Diamond Cups all over the world. What I'd love to see is somehow a way for us to contribute for those athletes. Say, look, you've come here. Thank you for competing with us. Look, let us pay for your flight. Let us pay for your boarding. So it gives the athlete a reason to compete our show.
I mean, that seems like a no-brainer. It's
well,
like,
who else does that?
Yeah, so you're putting together a Team GB.
Yes.
Team Great Britain.
So,
and you send them across, you cover their travel expenses.
Yes.
Their cost of competing. Obviously, they've got to cover their prep costs.
They've got to cover something.
But you will contribute towards getting them out.
That's what I'd like to do. I'd like to contribute and say, look, guys, thank you for competing with us. You know, here, let me contribute something. Let me pay for your board. Or let me pay for your registration. I mean, registration I think is somewhere between around £150 to £200 if you're competing internationally. Let us pay for that. So what I'd like to see is us giving something back to the athletes, and also to give the athletes a reason to compete with us and say, look, you know, because there's so many federations out there now. Let's face it, and we've all suffered this year. I think everybody's suffered with the COVID. But it'd be nice for people to say, look, you know, we're going to compete with the South Coast Championship, we're going to compete with the UKBFF because, look, this is what they're offering. You know, we've got to offer the athletes something more. We've got to make it worth their while to put themselves on that stage, to put them through their training and everything. So you could call it a reward.
No, I think like you hit a very key market segment. There are a lot of athletes I know who want to compete abroad. They want the thrill of getting on a flight, you know, to plan their water and all the and they want that challenge of being, you know, facing athletes they've not faced before, local.
And it's I mean, if you have never been to the Arnolds or the Diamond Cups, you know, I've been fortunate to judge at both. It's a buzz, it's adrenaline, it's a fantastic atmosphere, and once you've got that buzz, you want to do it over and over again. And you know, that's the beauty thing about competing with the UKBFF. We're affiliated to the IFBB. What's bigger? So you've got all these opportunities competing with the UKBFF, that you can travel abroad and compete. And the UKBFF at certain shows, I believe it may be the Europeans and the Worlds. Again, at the moment, we still do contribute. We can contribute something to those athletes to help them get to the Worlds and Europeans. So we can already start helping these athletes.
So this is all theoretical at this point in time. How solid is this?
The Worlds and Europeans, I think it's pretty solid. I think we can, at the moment, contribute, but I think it's going to get better. What I'd like to see is a UK British team. So, for instance, when you compete with UKBFF, at the British, you qualify, you go to the British, we pick the best of the best. A bit like the movie, isn't it? Best of the best. And we pick the best, maybe the overall winners, maybe the winners of each category, and we build a UK team, a British team, to represent the UKBFF and England abroad. I mean, it's going on at the moment. You know, you go to the Arnold.
That sounds wicked. If you can put together a solid team, get a bit of team spirit going. Get a videographer along with you to document the right, because these days it's all about social media. I can see how that would work. Clearly, you get a photographer along with you. We could just plug in our services. We could do that and travel abroad. Make it something memorable. Let people know what you're doing. That would be so wicked.
Well, it would be like an Olympic team. I mean, who wouldn't be proud to represent their country on the international stage of the IFBB? So no one can offer that. Only the UKBFF can offer that. We could go over there, Olympic squad outfits, tracksuits with UKBFF on the back, and represent our country. And I think there's some great athletes in this country. I've seen them. And I think they'd be great on that international stage.
Were you talking about?
Well, yeah. I mean, do you know? So I was looking at those guns.
What are you talking about? Like, so what? Did you reckon I can make Team G? Like, I haven't like been firmly tied to.
Yeah, I think with a good bit of prepping, I think you could do it, Z.
Mate, I've got 2 weeks. I'm talking like qualified in 2 weeks.
Oh, what? At the South Coast Championship? Oh, okay. Well,
what do you reckon, mate? That's not a good noise to me.
I think you can do it.
When someone exhales like that,
you're putting me on the spot, though. I'm trying to be diplomatic and I can't think what to say.
No. So you're looking for the best of the best. This is going to cut it.
Yeah. Not this year. I'll be honest with you. You need to focus more on your bodybuilding instead of your filming.
Oh, wow.
But you know, I think we could get a great team. I really do, and compete abroad.
Get registered. This I'm so excited for this show. It's like I'll post some clips. We will put some clips. We were having fun backstage. We've got so Alice. Well, I've got some young ladies working with me. Alice Black and her colleague will have Will Edwards doing the interviews. I'll be there in a supervisory role.
Yeah.
So overseeing things.
Yeah.
But it's going to be a laugh. We'll have the music going on in the background. So while you're backstage pumping up, we'll be taking photos, interviews. While you're on stage, the girls will be shooting video. And then you come backstage, we'll be shooting more. We're going to be all over that, mate.
See, the way you're talking, I think I'm going to get my briefs out and get on stage as well, mate. That sounds good, doesn't it? Get some, I'm 57, I can do the over 50s. You got me going.
Everyone's taking big leaps for 2 weeks.
2.5 weeks. I'll be ready.
Oh, man, let's do it. Like, if you're doing, like I don't know. Mate, but yeah, really, I have so many good memories of covering your first show.
Let's not forget as well the coverage we're going to get with the UKBeef. So all these athletes that are going to be competing on the day, they're just going to be all over the beef. The beef are pushing this for us.
They'll be in the magazine.
Yeah, they'll be in the magazine. The magazine.
You can buy the package. I think we backstage photography.
Yeah.
It's all there.
Well, it was massive the other year, wasn't it? What you did with that.
That was fun.
That went down well. I think a lot of athletes, that went down really well with athletes because everybody wants to see themselves on social media. Everybody wants to see themselves what they look like on the day. You know, it's something that you can't take away. So I think what you did there was a great job, and I think this year we can better it. I mean, we learned from that first year. This year, I think we're going to come in with better plans, better exposure for everybody, not just for the show, but for the athletes as well.
Do you know one interesting thing I found? Like, I've actually been to 7 or 8 shows already this season, like just different shows. There are a lot of athletes prepping and competing, and there are a lot of athletes that are actually in condition that have not been able to prep all of 2020. So there's what I call pent-up demand, like people want to compete.
Yeah.
So guys, if you're in that little group of people that you want to compete, you're not sure where to compete, I definitely recommend the UKBF, the South Coast Championship. It was a cracking show last time. Like, it was a laugh. And it will be a good weekend, if nothing else. If you want to dust your cobwebs, or if you're thinking you're going to qualify for Team GB. So another little point I was going to touch on, if just a bit of house cleaning. Obviously, COVID just been lifted. COVID restrictions. Last time I remember having to shift chairs around because it was like
we just got rammed at the last minute.
Sold out.
We just sold out. We were sold out anyway. And then all of a sudden, I'm on stage looking back, and there's probably about another 50 to 100 people trying to get in, and we had to.
So what happens now with COVID? Are there any restrictions? Do people have to come with like a COVID jab hanging out their arm? Like what?
No, nothing. There's no restrictions whatsoever at present. So hopefully it's going to be another sellout venue. We were at the Hilton yesterday. We checked everything, and everything's fine. No problems. So no, and I think it probably might even loosen up a little bit more by the 12th. It looks like things are loosening up a little bit. So no, all is good. And also, actually, the other thing I forgot to mention that the day before our show, you got the Charles Claremont one just down the road, and we've had a lot of people from there saying, "Look, can we come from there and then come and compete with you guys?" And I said, "Why not? You know, you're ready." So 2 shows in 1 week. So yeah, it's on the bounce. So yeah, definitely. If you're ready and you're competing the day before, why not come and do ours as well the day after? So double bubble, as we say. You know. So yeah, good luck to you guys. So yeah, I've had a lot of phone calls about that.
Mate, we're going to be pushing this show for the next couple of weeks. Obviously, you know, it's a show that we were very privileged to be invited to in the first time around. Excited to be going back to Brighton. So we're going back to Brighton. That's the key message. We're taking a bigger team down there because I think it's going to be a bigger. It might even be a big show if we nail this right. And
I think so.
we could have a right party that weekend if you want to join us in Brighton.
Yeah, it's going to be a party. Right?
Like honestly, and from what I gathered, there's going to be pyrotechnics, qualify for the European Arnold. Like there's going to be so much to look forward to. Diamond Cups.
There's about 50 to 100 of them all over the world. So there's going to be massive opportunities with this show and also with the UKBFF next year. We've got some great plans in the pipeline. So yeah, watch this space with UKBFF. We've got some great ideas. Can't say too much at the moment, but yeah.
I'll hold you to that. I'm going to try and squeeze a little bit more. Yeah. Like my only complaint from your last show, and I wasn't happy about it at all.
Oh no!
Is I wanted to grab an interview with you. Yeah. And you didn't, like, I interviewed judges, athletes, everyone. I didn't get an interview with you.
Yeah, well,
that's not going to happen this time.
I done a pretty good job dodging you, didn't I?
Man, you were slippery.
Well,
you were slippery.
You know, I had so much going on.
Even Meg was slippery. I was like, Meg, I need an interview. Somehow she slipped through the net. Like, I didn't get any, like no one, like, I think I interviewed Bill Tierney.
Yeah, Sugar.
Yeah.
And a lot of the athletes you got.
A lot of the athletes, and you guys somehow slipped through. That's not going to happen.
No, well,
give you fair warning.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest with you. I was so, well, should I say stressed or panicked? I was just so worried. I just wanted everything to be right, and I was trying to be in 20 places at once and make sure everybody was happy. And it was hard. And then eventually, I think I saw you on the way out, and it was too late. I'm like, oh, okay.
That was like next time. To our interview. You remember? You remember? Because
there was so much going on, wasn't there?
I just wanted you to have a sense of how well you had done that, to be honest. And just sort of sit down and just say, mate, how well have you done? That's what I wanted to say. And like, have a record.
You know, I went home after the show and I sat down and literally someone took a picture of me. I'm like this. I just zonked. The adrenaline, I had that adrenaline drop. Afterwards, and I was just out for the count. But yeah, it was. Hopefully this year. You did good. I think this year is going to be. I'm going to be better.
You're putting a shift.
Yeah. I mean, well, you know, working behind the scenes. Obviously, I've got Meg Lawrence, who's my co-promoter, and she takes a lot of stress off me with the social media, replying.
She does run around a lot. She's like a ferret.
Yeah, I mean, she's like a little ferret. She's like a little pocket rocket. But you know, all due respect, when people register, it's like now, someone's can I register? Yes. You can guarantee the minute they register, they've had a reply like that. You know, that's what people want. She's on it, bang, bang. Social media, every day, bang, bang on it. But that's what you've got to do. You've got to put in the work. You know, things don't land in your lap. You've got to put in the work and you've got to graft. And hopefully, it's going to pay off on the 12th because we can't do any more than what we did the year before. So, in fact, we've done more. And I'm just glad that you guys are back on board, promoting it, sponsoring it.
They will be. We wouldn't turn that opportunity.
Yeah.
Mate, we're gonna cut it there, and we're gonna pick this up on the 12th. What we will do is we will wish you all the best. We'll catch you guys on the 12th. Guys, make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. If you're watching this on Instagram, make sure you tag a mate. But guys, get registered, and we will see you all on the 12th of September.
UKBFF@gmail.com for your tickets and registration. We'll get back to you straight away.